everyone, my name is Ugochi Vivian Uka. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please check out all my videos. I have lots and lots of content, and don't forget to click the subscribe button. And if this is not your first time being here, thank you for coming back again. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and please like this video. Thank you. So if you can see, I just got vaccinated. I got my first dose. Yay! They gave me Pfizer. Like, I didn't choose. You just go and they give you whatever. I mean, apart from AstraZeneca, they've been giving it to they've given different types to different people. So yeah, I hope that we will see the light at the end of this tunnel. I'm hopeful that things will get better soon. I hope that people continue to adhere to safe practices, continue to socially distance themselves until things get better. And then hopefully this COVID-19 pandemic comes to an end. Amen. And speaking about the pandemic, that's actually what part of what I want to talk about today. So my friend and I were talking yesterday about the things we miss and what we don't miss. And I was like, I don't really think I miss a lot. Like, I'm happy the way things are. And then she started talking about different things that made me think, oh yeah, maybe there are more things that I actually miss during this pandemic. So yeah, so I just want to talk about the things that I miss during the pandemic, things that I used to do before, things that used to happen before, and right now they don't happen, or they don't happen quite as often as before. And I'd like to hear your own thoughts about what you miss as well. So for me, I'll start with the obvious. Number one thing I miss, of course, is traveling. I miss traveling. I miss the feeling of packing my things, going to the airport. I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually miss going through security. You know, that annoying point where you're passing, where you don't know if you're going to be randomly selected for extra security check just because you're black or because you have a Nigerian passport. Yeah, but still, like, going through that, and then when you now pass there, and you, as you're heading to your gate, you go to the duty free. And you know how usually, like, if it's your own perfume, for example, like, you just spray small, you know, just tiny. But when it's the duty-free perfume, you will spray very well. Your jacket will be smelling nice until, in fact, you go to where you're traveling to, you come back, your jacket will still be smelling. Hi, I miss all those days. And of course, like, because I don't live with my family, traveling was one of the ways for me to see my family or for them to come. So I also miss that about traveling, and I really hope that we can get to travel again soon. I like all sorts of traveling, like flights traveling, that's what I'm talking about. I don't like road trips, but like I like flights, long flights, short flights, the long ones where you stay at. I think my longest flight was like 15 hours on the plane. By the time I stood up, my bum was paining me, was flattened. I miss all those days. Anyway, so yeah, that's definitely one thing I miss about I miss during this pandemic. So the second thing that I miss during this pandemic is going to church. I love going to church. I like to go for at least Sunday mass every week. And of course, we've not been able to go to church that often. Like, sometimes I think throughout this pandemic, excuse me, I've gone to church like maybe 3 times. I do my mass at home. I just play YouTube videos and I join. But I actually love going to church, genuflecting, doing all the procedures, smelling the incense, the candles, the whole everything about it. I love joining the choir, the lay readers. Yeah, I actually went to church today, and I think that people have forgotten what happens in church, like during mass in the Catholic Church. It's like we have a lot of genuflecting, kneeling, standing, bowing, but people just seem so confused. Some people were standing while some people were sitting down, some people were kneeling down. I was just laughing in my mind. But yeah, I really miss that during this pandemic time, the fact that I'm not able to go into the church every week as I would love. Yes, another thing I miss about this pandemic is dressing up. Hey, like, all my fine dresses that I bought, I've not worn them because of this pandemic. They're just hanging. I'm sure some are not even my size anymore because my weight has changed during this pandemic. And me, the thing is, I mean, you might say, just wear your dresses. But the thing about me is, if I'm staying at home, I'm not wearing my dresses. I'm going to wear tank tops and camisoles and t-shirts. I have a lot of them. So I'll just keep wearing the same things and jeans and jeans and jeans. Like, so I would not wear my dresses In fact, this YouTube, I started using YouTube as a way to dress up small. But even at that, I don't even still wear my dresses. I'll just throw on something and just appear in front of the camera. So yeah, I miss that. Even sometimes then I used to go to shops, stores, magazines, and just dress up, try things out in the fitting room, see what I liked and what I don't like even when I wasn't buying anything, and it was my way of just having fun. So now I can't do that. So that sucks. But oh well. Another thing I miss during this pandemic is going for conferences. I love conference experience. I love the fact that you meet other people. You can not only socialize, you can actually make connections. You can discuss your research ideas, your topics with people, get more ideas. It conferences are so great, and like you dress formally as well, and there's social activities afterwards. Besides the fact that you have to travel to go there, I love everything about conferences. And of course, we still have conferences now, but they're mostly virtual. And shout out to all the people who have been planning conferences during this period. Like, you guys are doing an amazing job. Like, I see the conferences, the effort put in to make us feel as if we're there live. That there's so many things that have been put in, and it's great. And now we have the opportunity to attend even more conferences than maybe we would not have been able to attend. But the only thing is that when you go for a conference in person, you're there. Your mind is there. You're concentrating. You can really get the 100% full experience, versus now you're home virtually. At least for me, like when I'm attending a conference virtually, I'm probably writing a manuscript on the side, or even in another meeting sometimes, or doing something else. It's hard for me not to multitask. So I miss that, having full-on conference experience for sure. And then another thing I miss that was not present during the pandemic, I don't like queues. Oh, now anywhere you want to go to, the pharmacy, the shops, stores, everywhere there's queue. Was it yesterday? I wanted to go and buy something. I just saw a queue outside. I just did a U-turn and went back home. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I just came back home. There are queues everywhere, and of course these are necessary. The queues are necessary. You need to maintain social distance, but it's just one of the annoying things that came with the pandemic. And then they're having to use hand sanitizers constantly, consistently. Normally, like, I would use a hand sanitizer, and once I come back home, I wash my hand. But what I'm talking about, how when you go to a shopping mall, there are different shops inside. You use a hand sanitizer, you enter inside the shop. As you're coming out, you use a hand sanitizer. Then you want to enter the next shop next to it. As you're going, you have to use hand sanitizer again. I'm like, I just sanitized my hands, And like I said, they're important, but it's just a lot of hand sanitizing, and then your hands get dry. So you have to be careful. Like, I use moisturizers a lot these days, because otherwise your hands will be very dry, especially during the winter. So these are some things that came with the pandemic. And also, I've not been able to get any massages since the beginning of this pandemic. Like, I used to go for massages at least once a month, but since the pandemic started, I'm staying at home. Okay, I bought a massage machine, which is not the same, but I just try and help myself because there's no need to expose myself. And also, I miss, Montreal has festivals, summer festivals. I don't like crowds, but I used to just go and stay at the edge during the festivals. Just the noise, the music. Sometimes it just brought about a feeling of joy, a feeling of community. So I miss a bit of that. So yeah, those are some of the things that I miss during this pandemic. Of course, I'm not trying to be, these things are not very serious things. I'm not trying to be insensitive and be like, oh, these are so serious. I know that there are people who are suffering during the pandemic. I know that there are people who have lost people during this pandemic. So of course, I'm grateful and thankful to even be sitting here and be talking to you guys. I'm just talking about things that I wish I could still enjoy. So how about you? I'd like to know, what do you miss during this pandemic? What are things that you no longer do that you used to enjoy doing? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and until next time, stay safe. Mwah.